Ever wondered why some relationships stand the tests of time while others crumble at the first sign of trouble? The answer often lies in one simple yet complex element: trust. Trust, a five-letter word, yet it carries the weight of any relationship on its shoulders. It is the invisible thread that binds people together, the foundation upon which relationships are built. It's a feeling, an instinct, a belief that the person or people you are connected with will not harm you, will not betray you. It's the confidence that they will act in your best interest, even when you are not around. Trust is not just about telling secrets or sharing personal information. It's about being vulnerable and knowing that someone else will hold your vulnerability with care. It's about believing that someone will catch you when you fall, stand by you when you're wrong, and celebrate with you when you succeed. Establishing and maintaining trust, however, is no easy task. It's like planting a seed and nurturing it with care and patience. It requires honesty, consistency, and reliability. It requires open communication, understanding, and empathy. Trust is not built overnight. It's a journey, a process that takes time, effort, and a lot of patience. But once established, trust becomes the lifeblood of a relationship. It creates a safe space where individuals can express themselves freely, where they can be their true selves without the fear of judgment or rejection. It fosters a sense of security and stability that allows relationships to grow and flourish. Trust, however, is also fragile. It's like a glass vase, beautiful and strong, but once broken, it's difficult to put back together. It's easier to maintain trust than to rebuild it. So it's important to handle it with care, to protect it, to cherish it. Trust is the bedrock of any relationship, be it personal or professional. So how do we build it? Imagine two friends, Jack and Jill, who have known each other for years. They've shared laughter, tears, dreams, and fears. Their friendship was like a well-oiled machine, working in perfect harmony. But, as we all know, even the sturdiest of machines can falter. Now Jill had a secret, a deep personal secret that she entrusted to Jack. It was a part of her she had never revealed to anyone else, a part of her that was as delicate as a flower in bloom. Jack, understanding the weight of this secret, promised to keep it safe. Little did they know, this promise was about to be tested. One day, Jack found himself in a difficult situation. He was under pressure, and in a moment of weakness, he revealed Jill's secret. It was as if he had opened a Pandora's box. The secret, once confined to the safe space between them, was now out, free, and beyond their control. Jack had betrayed Jill's trust, and the repercussions were immediate. Jill felt like a rug had been pulled out from under her feet. She was hurt, confused, and above all, she felt betrayed. The trust she had placed in Jack was shattered like a glass, its pieces scattering in all directions. The once harmonious machine of their friendship started to stutter and falter. Jack, on the other hand, was filled with regret. He realized the gravity of his mistake and the pain it had caused Jill. He had broken a promise, tarnished a friendship, and lost the trust of his closest friend. He wished he could turn back time, but the damage was done. Their friendship, once a beacon of trust and understanding, was now a wreckage of broken promises and hurt feelings. It was a painful reminder of the damage that a single act of betrayal can cause. The bond they had was strong, but a single act of betrayal left it in shambles. This underscores the importance of trust. Now, consider a young couple, Tom and Lisa. They're deeply in love, but they come from different backgrounds. Tom hails from a bustling, vibrant city, while Lisa's roots are in a tranquil, close-knit rural community. They grew up with contrasting views of the world, each shaped by their unique experiences. Tom lived the fast-paced city life, always on the go, surrounded by towering skyscrapers and rushing crowds. He learned to be independent and self-reliant, navigating the concrete jungle with ease. Lisa, on the other hand, was raised in a place where everyone knew everyone. She thrived on the community's warmth and solidarity, where neighbors looked out for each other. She was used to a slower, more deliberate pace of life, where relationships were nurtured over time and through shared experiences. As they began their journey together, they quickly realized that their contrasting backgrounds could be a source of conflict. But instead of allowing these differences to drive a wedge between them, they chose to embrace them. They understood that their diverse perspectives could enrich their relationship rather than hinder it. Tom learned to slow down, to appreciate the quiet moments, the value of community. He discovered the joy of shared experiences and the strength of interconnectedness. Lisa, in turn, learned to adapt to the city's rhythm, to find her own independence within the bustling metropolis. She learned to navigate the city's challenges and opportunities with agility, just as Tom had done. Their journey wasn't always smooth. There were misunderstandings, disagreements, even arguments. But through it all, they listened, they learned, they grew. They understood that trust is about more than just believing in each other. It's about understanding and respecting each other's perspectives, backgrounds, and experiences. By doing so, they built a strong foundation of trust, one that allowed their love to deepen and flourish. They showed that understanding and respect are the building blocks of trust, that these are the ingredients of a strong, enduring relationship. Their story shows us that trust is not a given, it's earned. Let's shift gears and think about professional relationships. Meet Sarah, a new employee at a large corporation. Sarah was fresh out of college, brimming with enthusiasm and ready to make her mark. She was aware that the corporate world, like any other, was built on trust. Sarah knew that trust wasn't something that was handed out freely. It had to be earned, and she was ready to do just that. In her early days, Sarah was like a sponge, eager to learn, and always ready to lend a helping hand. She was quick to understand that trust in the professional realm was not just about her individual performance, but also about how she contributed to the team's success. Sarah was always there, ready to support her colleagues, and this earned her their trust. But Sarah knew that earning the trust of her colleagues was only one part of the equation. She also needed to gain the trust of her superiors. To do this, Sarah was diligent and transparent in her work. She made sure to communicate her ideas clearly and honestly, and she was not afraid to admit when she was wrong. This show of honesty and integrity endeared her to her superiors, who came to trust her judgment and her work. Over time, Sarah's dedication, honesty, and integrity paid off. She became a valued member of her team, trusted by both her colleagues and superiors. She was given more responsibilities and was often consulted for her opinion on important matters. Sarah had successfully built a foundation of trust that allowed her to thrive in her professional life. Trust played a vital role in Sarah's success. It enabled her to forge strong relationships, encourage open communication, and foster a positive work environment. Trust was the glue that held everything together. Sarah's journey is a testament to the power of trust in professional relationships. It's not just about being reliable or capable. It's about being honest, showing integrity, and being dedicated to your work and your team. These are the building blocks of trust, and they are essential for success in the professional realm. Sarah's journey highlights how trust can make or break professional relationships. So we've seen how crucial trust is, but how do we build it? Well, let's get back to basics. The fundamental pillars of building trust are honesty, communication, reliability, and empathy. Let's start with honesty. It's the cornerstone of trust. Without honesty, trust simply can't exist. It's like trying to construct a house without a foundation. It simply won't stand. Honesty isn't just about telling the truth. It's about being real with yourself and others around you. It's about showing who you really are and what you truly feel. Next, we have communication. Communication is the bridge that connects people. It's about expressing your thoughts, feelings, and concerns openly and clearly. It's about listening to understand, not just to reply. Remember, effective communication is a two-way street that requires both speaking and listening. Then there's reliability. To be trusted, one must be reliable. This means keeping your promises, following through on commitments, and being there when you're needed. It's about showing consistency in your actions over time. Last but not least, we have empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. It's about being able to put yourself in someone else's shoes and see things from their perspective. It's about showing kindness and understanding even when it's not reciprocated. These four elements, honesty, communication, reliability, and empathy, are the building blocks of trust. They're the ingredients necessary to cultivate a strong, trusting relationship. But just like a seedling needs time to grow into a tree, trust also needs time to develop. It's important to remember that building trust isn't a one-time event, but a continuous process. It's about consistently showing up, being present, and proving through your actions that you can be trusted. These elements form the foundation of trust. But remember, trust takes time to build. But what happens when trust is broken? Consider our earlier tale of Jack and Jill. The bond they shared, as sturdy as a tree, was suddenly axed down by the sharp blade of betrayal. The aftermath: the ground shook, the birds took flight, and the once verdant landscape of their relationship was left barren and scarred. This is the devastating impact of broken trust. When trust is broken, the initial blow often feels like a punch to the gut, leaving us winded and disoriented. We struggle to make sense of what has happened, often questioning our judgment, our decisions, and even our self-worth. It's not just about the breach of trust itself. It's also about the shattering of the illusion of security and predictability that trust provides. The echo of broken trust reverberates through the corridors of our relationships, turning every laughter into a question mark, every shared secret into a potential weapon. It transforms the lens through which we view our relationships, tinting it with a shade of suspicion and uncertainty. Rebuilding trust, then, is like trying to mend a shattered vase. Even if you manage to piece it together, the cracks remain visible, a constant reminder of the damage that was once done. It's a challenging, time-consuming process that requires patience, forgiveness, and a whole lot of courage. But it's not impossible. With consistent effort and genuine remorse, trust can be rebuilt over time. However, it's important to remember that the rebuilt trust is not the same as the original. It's often more fragile, more sensitive to even the slightest signs of potential betrayal. This is why it's crucial to nurture and safeguard the trust in your relationships. It's easier to maintain trust than to rebuild it. A single moment of betrayal can lead to months, even years of repair. So cherish the trust you have, protect it with all your might, because once it's broken, you're left navigating a steep and rocky path to regain it. The road to regaining trust is steep and rocky. It's always easier to maintain trust than to rebuild it. All our stories today revolve around a single, powerful concept: trust. This simple 5-letter word is a cornerstone in the foundation of any relationship. It's akin to the invisible glue that holds together the pages of a book, the unseen threads that weave together the fabric of our society. In our journey today, we've traversed the landscapes of friendships, romantic bonds, and professional relationships, all of which thrive on this one crucial element. In each narrative, the key to flourishing relationships was the establishment, nurturing, and maintenance of trust. When we spoke of the tale of the two friends, we saw how trust served as an invisible bridge, allowing them to navigate the tumultuous river of misunderstandings and disagreements. It was trust that kept their friendship alive and vibrant, despite the trials they faced. As we ventured into the realm of romantic relationships with the couple's journey, we discovered that trust is the bedrock that supports the structure of love. It's the assurance that allows vulnerability, the confidence that encourages openness. Trust in this context is the silent promise that safeguards the heart and soul of a relationship. In the sphere of professional relationships, trust emerged as a catalyst, fostering collaboration, promoting effective communication, and fueling productivity. It's the pillar that supports the structure of teamwork and creates an environment conducive to growth and innovation. Trust is not a given, it's earned. It's built brick by brick through actions, words, and consistency over time. It requires patience, understanding, and a commitment to honesty and transparency. And once broken, it's difficult to rebuild. The consequences of broken trust can be dire, leading to the erosion of relationships, the breakdown of communication, and a loss of respect. Trust is a pillar that holds up the structure of any relationship. Without it, the structure crumbles. With it, the structure can weather any storm. So let us remember to value trust, to nurture it, and to protect it, for it truly is the foundation of strong relationships.